Another shortage of routine vaccines, with supplies expected to run out in the next 2 months. Now, the crisis is linked to a 1.6 billion shillings debt owed to the Global Alliance for Vaccines and Immunization, GOtv. Stakeholders are now urging the government to honor its co-financing agreement with GOtv to avoid disrupting immunization programs. Elizabeth Atieno has the details.
From July this year, millions of children might miss out on routine immunization if the government fails to adhere to its co-financing agreement with GOtv by disbursing the 1.6 billion Kenya shillings needed. This means that there might be a surge in child-related deaths annually, as well as the spread of preventable diseases like polio, measles, and pneumonia.
GOtv has had to write to remind us to make good our promise. I think that does not speak well of us as a country.
The government expenditures accounts for 0.5 to 1% of Kenya's current health expenditures. This means that Kenya is still highly dependent on international partners like GOtv for the supply of vaccines. However, GOtv is expected to stop its immunization support in Kenya by 2029. Without the support of GOtv, vaccines cost could constitute over 4% of health expenditures.
If Kenya doesn't honor the GOtv co-financing obligation by the end of June this year, one of the implications would mean that Kenya will not get the GOtv financing by the 1st of July.
In 2025, GOtv has disbursed 1 billion Kenya shillings to support Kenya's immunization, an addition from the 970.8 million Kenya shillings disbursed in 2024. The amount is expected to decline in the preceding years until 2028, when they will channel their last contributions.
If we are locked out of the procurement, of the distribution, and we are not ready, it is a catastrophe.
Kenya has been ranked as the bottom 5 out of 22 nations in vaccination budget effectiveness, with the budget varying from 14.3 billion Kenya shillings in the 2021-2022 financial year to 4.6 billion Kenya shillings in the 2024-2025 financial year.
If you do a trend analysis over the last 5-6 years, you will see that sometimes we go up, sometimes we go down.
UNICEF estimates the average cost of vaccine delivery in Kenya at an average cost of 4,142 Kenya shillings per child for the full vaccination. The immunization cost is projected to increase from 1.2 billion Kenya shillings in 2023 to 4.1 billion Kenya shillings by 2029. The government of Kenya fully funds all of its traditional medicines, including BCG, measles rubella, tetanus diphtheria, and oral polio vaccines, as well as hepatitis B and typhoid vaccines. Rotavirus, pneumococcal, HPV, and yellow fever vaccines are co-funded with GOtv. Elizabeth Atieno, TV 47, Nairobi.
Prime Cabinet Secretary